perseverance and all that, but then our behavior and our education system. When you look at how we were taught and the whole education system of cramming and all that, and when you tie that to even how we are looking for job opportunities, any ties to that?
Yes, a lot. But then you'll see venye tunaambua Gen Z, we are spoiled, Gen Z wamefanya, we are a product of how our upbringing, how we were brought up by our parents who are currently our employers. So I'll say to some extent, mkisema sisi ni spoiled, I feel like it is your problem. It is nyinyi ndio mmetufanya kuwa spoiled, because if I wake up and I see you struggling every day, complaining like he said, and tomorrow bado you're going to the same place, I would want to be different, not be like you, not follow the same career path that you followed. And practically Gen Z, sisemi tunajipenda, but we will prioritize ourselves and our happiness to how you think and how you perceive me. Yeah. All
right. Allow me to read about 3 messages here. Remember, you can also call in live. That's for employers. Gen Zs, today's one of those days. Yeah, Semi Kutoke and tell us, have you ever ghosted your prospective employer or said, no, I can't work with this amount of money that I'm supposed to be paid here? Nikki Ombasa says, Gen Zs are an interesting generation. They speak their mind, they know what they want, and they won't settle for less. While the HR department considers interviews a time to know who will be part of the company, and many have the idea that they have the upper hand since the applicant is job seeking, Gen Zs use the opportunity to know more about the company in question, and if it doesn't fit the needs, they just walk. And maybe after the interview, a few days into the job, mtu anapenda lunch akiendanga. Someone here says Gen Zs don't like being micromanaged. That is Dawood, that has just come in. It's actually a question. Hi, I'm Christopher Nyaware from Jerusalem, Nairobi. My question is, do our employers consider themselves shifting out of traditional professionalism because we lack emotional intelligence and time to gain the required experience because of our skill of observing? John, I'll throw this partially to you, and then I throw the whole, the other bit to the HR professionals. You mentioned that you worked for a certain period of time. The emotional intelligence of your employer, how would you rate it? And even employers generally, who are who are baby boomers and into that generation.
Okay, mine was quite different because I regard myself as a leader. So I feel like when I'm working there, I'm not making impact to the society. So I saw it worthy to lead the job and be in a position to do something that is quite helping to the society. As you can see, my t-shirt is branded. I'm a CEO and founder of Force Developers, Kenya. And just to say, my employer was not that bad. She was good, and we could cope up so well. But at some point, you realize even the employers don't lack even the emotional intelligence. You came very early in the morning, you started doing work here and there, and then she turns up later the day. She's quite moody and so on. And for a Gen Z, it's not something that you can hold to. Also, being told to do an extra work. We are told if you are given a certain portion of work, do that. Don't go to an extra mile and do something else. For what? And you're not being paid for that. So
very good point there.
Yeah, so it becomes quite a conversation. You employed me to do this and this and this. So the employers have the mentality of, I employed you to do this work, so you have to stay here from 8 maybe to 4, even if you have completed what you came to do for that day. So,
all right. Felix, and that bit of micromanaging, as someone who also manages other people, and Gen Z is really for this matter, how do you avoid micromanaging? vis-a-vis you actually just want to train. Maybe this person is very passionate about what you employ them to do. You are training them and all that, but then they're feeling, well, bossy, but don't want to micromanage. How do you balance that, Felix?
Okay, so I think the micromanagement part usually most of the time comes up due to the company not adapting to technology. Okay. You find that the company is relying on the manager to follow